What's up everybody, MaxMonty1516 here, back again with a new haul video. So for some context, I recently went up to the Strasburg Railroad and I stayed in Strasburg, in the Strasburg area in Pennsylvania for 4 days in a massive meetup with a ton of my fandom friends. I genuinely had so much fun. It was a great experience. But this video is not going to be talking about that. I didn't really get too much footage or pictures on the trip because I just kind of left that to everybody else. There's going to be a couple vlogs from friends that I'll leave in the description when they're released. We also did some other fun stuff. I might do another video related to that eventually whenever I get that up. But anyway, today I'm going to be specifically talking about the stuff that I got on the trip. So without further ado, we'll get started. And the first thing was the Dat with Thomas 2024 item. And this is the wooden railway model right here, the box. Pull them open and take a look at the new Thomas here. So this is pretty much the only wooden railway item we're probably going to get this year. Unless that other celebration pack comes out, which I don't think it will, to be honest. But anyway, we do have Thomas here. Let's look at the face. That is a brand new face, as you can see. I like the expression here. I think it's better than the regular one. This one's probably my second favorite of the three. And if we look on the side here, I believe it's meant to be washing the paint details off from last year. So I like the little bit of continuity there. But yeah, so this one's like bubble themed. And of course, the wheels here, also different shades of blue. I like that detail as well. Honestly, I probably like the light blue wheel the most. I think that's a pretty cool gradient, I guess. And then looking on the top here, we do have some bubble printing on the boiler, as well as the Dat with Thomas logo on the cab. Nothing on the back, and then the other side, I'm pretty sure these decals are the same. They look the same to me. They might be different, but honestly, I haven't really looked at it enough to tell. But yeah, there's Dat with Thomas, and of course there's the bottom as well. Nothing really different there either. But yeah, this is a cute little model. I always love getting the souvenirs from this, and one day, hopefully, if I can get the last one I need, I want to make a massive video talking about all, I think it's 18 now, Dat with Thomas items. So yeah, hopefully that's gonna be soon enough. Just gotta find the 2021 model, but yeah, anyway. I like this one. I like this one a lot. And let's go ahead and move on. Also from Dat with Thomas, I got a minis case. They have a bunch of these for sale. You grab a case and you go up to like these big containers and you grab 10 minis of your choice. So I'll go ahead and quickly go through these. I know a lot of people don't care about minis, but I only grabbed some because there were a couple exclusives as well as some I didn't have. So this is the regular Dat with Thomas mini. They have this every year. This was from 2019 and they've just continued making them. I do like the metallic blue though, to be honest. That's a cool one. Then we've got Chrome Gordon. This one, as far as I know, is exclusive to Dat with Thomas. He's got the rivets and the glitter wheels and also his name up there on the cab. So that's pretty neat, I guess. Yeah, look at the face. Not great printing on the face there, but it's all right. And then also here, I have Rebecca. And I just never got a minis Rebecca for some reason. I just never found her. So she's cool to have. Still weird that there's no tender, but yeah. And then we have, I think this is Food. Yeah, this is Food Diesel 10. Again, just grabbed him because I don't think I have this one. Why not? And then here's School Bus Salty, another one I don't think I have. But yep, I really don't have much to say about minis, guys. I just got them because I didn't have them. Then we have, I think this is a new one as well. I haven't seen this one before. This is like the aquarium troublesome truck or something like that. There's the top. It's got like sharks and I think that's a stingray over there or something. But yeah, and there's the face and the other side. Pretty cool, I guess. I do like the color scheme of that one. And finally, here's Space Charlie. So there were 9 in here because I got one for a friend because there were just 9 things I actually kind of was interested in. So yeah, there's that, and I just dropped them. But yeah, there's Space Charlie. So yep, minis are pretty neat. And again, not really much to say about them. Now next up, I want to get into some really cool stuff. And for the next quite a few things, I need to give the biggest shout out possible to one of my closest friends, Noah, aka Train Club. He got me a ton of gifts and just gave me a ton of cool stuff that I am so happy to finally have in the collection. But I'm going to start out with Mega Bloks Kevin. So, for those who don't know, I am a big fan of the Mega Bloks range. I don't think anyone else has ever said that before, but they are a huge, I don't know if guilty pleasure is the right word, but I enjoy these a lot. And I never had Kevin, and there he is. I'm pretty sure he's missing a hook piece, but honestly, I don't really care that much. And of course, there's face, look around. He does come apart, and I think the crane is also a separate piece, so you can take him apart like so. And yeah, Kevin's pretty cool. I like the printing on the chassis quite a bit. And yeah, I will be talking about Mega Bloks more at some point, and Kevin is a nice way to continue that collection. However, the bigger one by far is Spencer. Now, Spencer is a really weird one, honestly, because he's not very easy to find. He's definitely one of the hardest characters I've ever searched for, I guess. I think he's up there as like one of the rarest characters in the range, which I know a lot of people may be surprised to find out that there's even rare Mega Bloks items, but there are quite a few, and Spencer is one that has eluded me for over a decade. And then Noah casually goes to a thrift shop, finds one for $5 and gets it for me as a gift, which I am ever so grateful for, because I don't know if I ever would have found him otherwise. I don't think I've ever seen one, maybe one on eBay in like the last 10 years. But yeah, Mega Bloks Spencer, I think he's awesome, just to have him, I guess. And of course, you can take him apart like so, and the cat pieces come apart as well, and then so does the tender. Yeah, there's just a lot here I like, and of course Mega Bloks is just a range that I really enjoy. So I am so thankful to get 2 more characters I did not have, and that only leaves, I'm pretty sure, 4 more characters I don't have in the Mega Bloks range, and those are Dart, Butch, Peter Sam, and Rusty. I'm pretty sure I've got everyone else now, which is honestly quite surprising, because there are quite a few that are hard to find. Now moving on to the other, and honestly much bigger gift that Noah gave me, and this is quite frankly my favorite piece of the haul from this trip, and it is the Wooden Railway Man in the Hills set. So I'm going to take everything out separately and show you all first. So we'll take a look at the engines and vehicles and stuff. So first off here is Thomas, it's 2011 version. So this is specifically the smaller version of the Man in the Hills set, known as the Happy Birthday Mr. Percival set. And yes, there is a difference. The only difference being it's missing the barrel loader, and it had a different Thomas face, which I don't really care about. It's a barrel loader, but it has everything else. I didn't bring the track out, but I did get the track as well. But here's Thomas. I do already have one, so I don't really have much to say, but it is the Tomy 2011 one. And then here's a really nice model. This is the 2008 Sir Handel, and this is a model that I've been wanting for so long, because if you saw my collection video from last year, then you know, yeah, it's pretty rough. You can see I had the white running board on there, covered the face in pen. I got most of that off, but not all of it. And then of course just tons and tons of edge wear. Sir Handel was always one of my favorite characters as a kid, as you can probably tell from this, and I put this model through a lot. So finally, I just never got around to buying a new one, but 2008 Sir Handel is a wonderful model, and I'm so happy to finally have a brand new, almost mint condition one as well. And funny thing, actually, I've never had one of these in perfect shape, because this is a factory error, and you can probably tell that this wheel is actually offset. And if I do this, you can probably see the back wheel there actually is like at a different height. I guess that's how I put that. But yeah, Sir Handel doesn't sit properly. He like kind of goes back because of the weight on his cab. So yeah, finally actually have a fully working one of these models as well. And then just quickly moving on, we have a Mr. Percival figure. This is my 3rd one somehow. Mr. Percival was in 2 sets, and I actually just got a couple. I got 2 on eBay. The seller just had 2 of them, and I just bought both. But anyway, there's my 3rd Mr. Percival now. He's pretty funny. I like him a lot. I think it's cool that they even made a figure of him in the first place. And also a white cargo car, which probably doesn't seem interesting, but I never had a white cargo car. I think the white one is probably the hardest cargo car to find, which isn't really saying much because you can find them on eBay, but they're honestly not super cheap from what I've seen recently. So this one's cool to have. I think this only came with like a destination. Pretty sure it was with the cargo crane, and then when that was discontinued, the only other way to get it was in this set, and we haven't seen a white cargo car since like 2011. So nice to have this as well. I do have every cargo car color now, and the white one's probably one of my favorite ones actually. It looks more like a sleigh truck. So yeah, that is pretty neat. And then moving on to the destinations, the titular Man in the Hills part is based off the season 12 episode Man in the Hills, and this is like a mountain piece with the man, of course, and I'm pretty sure this glows in the dark, or at least like the white outline does. Haven't tested it yet, haven't really had time because I just got this a couple days ago. But yeah, really nice piece. It's very similar to the Quarry Mine Tunnel, where it is actually a piece of descending track inside, and of course you would attach this to another hill or a bridge, and they would go down through the hill there and come out the bottom. So yeah, very nice piece here. I like this a lot, like the colors especially. It's a very unique looking destination too. I like the shape. And then also we have the birthday tent, and this of course is where obviously Mr. Percival's birthday party is. He doesn't fit in it, funnily enough, but yeah, we have this. It's got the banner there on top, and of course streamers around the side, all four sides actually, which is pretty neat. And yeah, this is a cute little piece as well. And then finally, the bakery. This is another really nice one. I love the detail all around this thing. Very, very nice looking. This would be perfect for any background building, really. And of course, you can actually open this up. And of course, you have sugar, and then flour, and then finally, you make the cake. So I like the little gimmick there. It's nothing like too gimmicky, I guess, but it is a little interactive thing. So I like that a lot. And of course, the fuller, bigger set had the barrel loader, which I don't really care about. Because again, it's a barrel loader. I already have a few. I actually gave away one of my barrel loaders at this meetup because I already had so many. So again, the one missing piece does not bother me at all. If I really want one, I can find one on eBay at some point. But these are honestly three of the cooler destinations. And everything said and done, this set was a really, really wonderful find for me. Because I kind of wanted everything except Thomas, really. But again, it's just Thomas, so, you know, I needed Sir Handel, didn't have the cargo car, and 3 new destinations. I am so, so happy to have this. And again, massive thank you to Noah. I cannot believe he was willing to get me this. Now let's continue on, because there's actually a lot more wooden railway. I got almost entirely wooden railway on this trip. And the next thing is the 2013 Patrick. So for those who don't know, there are 2 different Patrick models, and I've had the 2011 one since it came out. And there's a quick comparison between the two. They have just the slightest differences in the face, and then the other major difference is, of course, the painted wheels, or lack thereof. But yeah, also the yellow is just a bit more desaturated on the Mattel one. But yeah, very, very minute differences, all things considered. But I'm actually happy I have both, just for completion's sake. And this actually came from GTSH Productions, another very good friend of mine. And we just did a trade, because I have 2 Trackmaster Collins, and he did not have one. So I gave him one of my Collins, and in turn, he gave me the wooden railway Patrick, because he's a Trackmaster user. He doesn't do wooden railway. So I was more than happy to take this off his hands. Just, again, something I don't have, something now I do have, and I'm very glad about it. Up near Strasburg, there were quite a few thrift shops, and we actually hit a couple. And I was actually pretty lucky to find some stuff I didn't have. So starting off is 2003 Emily. And again, this is just the regular model of Emily, probably most people have, but I never got this because when I was much younger, we just couldn't find Emily in the store, and my parents actually just ended up getting me Talking Railway Emily, and this is my childhood one, as you can tell. It's very beat up. I don't like the condition of this at all. And of course, it's got the gold magnets. I had to redraw the face because all the printing washed off because I play with it so much. And just, yeah, overall, and you can even see like the white running board remnants as well. Just very well loved toy, I guess you could say. And then also I do have the 2013 one as well. That was my first and only normal Emily until this one. And there are really very, very few differences between these two. However, I'm just once again happy to have 2003 Emily because it's something I didn't have, and I like getting closer to completing my wooden railway collection. Any model I really don't have at this point is fair game. Just it's just nice getting new stuff, honestly, especially for a range that's been dead for so long, not counting the 2022 reboot. But yeah, I like this one quite a bit. It is in mint condition as well, which is really, really nice to see, especially after dealing with over a decade of this. The other engine I found that I did not have was the 2011 battery-powered Salty. So, you might not have known this existed, but battery-powered Salty first came out in like 2003, 2005, somewhere around there. And it had the model series face, but in 2011, Learning Curve updated all their battery-powered engines to have CGI faces, or I guess Tomy at this point. But yeah, this is the Tomy Salty face on the battery-powered Salty, and just, again, something I didn't have. I don't have this model at all. I actually do have the Mattel one, and yes, there are 3 different wooden railway battery-powered Salties. I know, don't ask me why, but yeah, of course, they both do work, I think. Yeah, they both do work. But the Learning Curve one is quite a bit louder. But yeah, it is missing a wheel, unfortunately. I didn't even notice that until I left the thrift shop with it already in hand. But that wouldn't really have changed my opinion on it because, again, it's just something I don't have. And I just like getting things that I don't own. So, yeah, Salty's pretty cool. And again, these weren't super expensive either. So, it's just, again, cool item to have, I guess. And now there are 2 of them. maybe one day I'll get the third. Who knows? Real quick, I'm gonna rapid fire 2 items that I did not have. And first up is the dark green barrel car. And this was from Toby's Windmill, or Toby's Windmill Destination. And I got Toby's Windmill, I think 3 or 4 years ago at this point. It didn't have the barrel car with it. And I saw that at the thrift shop, decided to grab it. Again, something I didn't have. None of the stuff here, like at the thrift shop, I guess, was really super needed. But again, like I said multiple times now, I just like getting stuff I don't have to complete the collection or get closer to it, I guess. So there's that. And also, honestly, probably the smallest, but also one of my favorite things I got is the Wooden Railway Lorry 1 cargo piece. Now, I have had the Wooden Railway Lorry 1 for over a decade now. I've had this thing for such a long time, and it never had the cargo, and admittedly, that really bothered me, and I just never went out of my way to like pay like 10, 12 bucks for this on eBay because it is a piece of wood with a magnet on it. But I saw this in the thrift shop. It was super cheap. I don't even think it was a couple dollars, but I grabbed this as well. And now, after almost a decade, or I think a decade at this point, my Lorry 1 is finally complete. And funny enough, I actually ended up buying this trailer off of Noah, same guy that got me the Man in the Hill set a couple segments ago. So yeah, I actually got my Lorry 1 in 3 different segments. So yeah, very, very happy to have that complete. The final thing I got at the first thrift shop was the Wooden Railway Lighthouse. And let me zoom out a bit so you can see the whole thing. But this is just a really niche, I wouldn't even call this a destination, it's more like an accessory. But this is super cool. I do like this a lot actually, and I just never had it. So once again, grabbed it. It wasn't very expensive either. But I honestly really like this as well. It's very classic feeling. Pretty sure this is a 90s item, or at least like very early 2000s. I really like the reflective bits here in the lighthouse area. That's something you wouldn't see today because it'd be battery powered and like have flashing lights. But I do like this approach as well. Like I said, it feels very nostalgic, very classic, like something early learning curve would do. And you just spin the lighthouse here with the white bit at the top there. You got the red area. I don't know lighthouse terminology, but we also have the base here in the gray. And yeah, not much to say here. It is just an accessory, but it's a cool one, and I think it's gonna spruce up any layout. Gotta move the camera quite a bit for this one. However, this is another new in box item I got, and we found it at a different train store. But we have the Wooden Railway Build It Higher Track Riser Pack, and this is another really, really obscure one. I'm sure most people have never seen this, or at least a lot of people haven't seen this. This was like a late 2016 release, so very close to the end of Mattel Wooden Railway, and just Wooden Railway in general. I never got this because it looked kind of lame at the time, and honestly, it's kind of mediocre still from what I can tell. But I bought it because it was honestly pretty cheap, all things considered. It was like half of what it used to go for back in stores. But also, again, something I didn't have, and especially because it was new in box, I decided to grab this. Here's a look at the back of the box. We got one side and the other side. We got the contents over there. And let's go ahead and just kind of get this open. My camera died in the middle of opening that, but I did quickly unbox it. So here we have the little display piece, and then we'll pull the rest of the stuff out in that box there. So we'll empty that. I do like that there's almost no box bloat in that. That's pretty cool. Good job, Mattel. We do have this piece. This was like the little display window, and it's taped on back there, so I'll do that off camera. You also have this cardboard box that has the rest of the stuff in it. So I'll go ahead and slice that open. Like so. And it's got all of these in it. There's actually quite a few. I didn't even read how many of these were in there. And they're all held together with rubber bands, of course. There we go. And here is a look at one of them. I haven't really seen too many people talk about this, but it's a weird one, I'll be honest. I don't know. Like I said, nobody really has talked about this or seen it. I don't think they can connect to each other, so you can't really make a longer bridge. That's unfortunate, honestly. Yeah, no, I don't. Oh, you can. Okay. Well, not entirely. That's like a very forced fit. But you can connect these with track, I guess. And these, quite honestly, they feel very sturdy. There's very thick plastic here, so I do like that. I like the little bridge girder details on the side. They're very simple, though. These are little 2-inch straight tracks. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So let me open this one up. Okay, so here's what the full thing looks like, and it's not anything super impressive, I'll be honest. This is not Mattel's best work, but once again, now I have it, so there's that. And basically the entire idea of this is that you get these 3-inch straight tracks, and you plug them in like so, goes in like that, and you put one in on the other side. And now this is actually a riser, and it's the same height as a regular hill or a bridge. So if I had more track, I guess I can just take this and I would connect that, and it'd be the same height. Of course, this would stay up if I had another piece with me, but I don't. So yeah, we have that. And like the box shows, you can actually use what looks like an 8-inch straight track. Yeah, so you can see here, an 8-inch straight track would actually bring you up to level 3. So, too bad they didn't include either of those. That would have been nice, but oh well. Yeah, although I think it's kind of cool that you can make specific heights, because there are 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8-inch pieces of track. So you can actually do quite a few like little varied things and such. But yeah, these also just kind of look nice if you connect them. And I don't know, you could make something cool with these probably. They're, like I said, they're unique. They're something all right, but yeah, overall not really too much to say here. I can see why people didn't buy this. I can see why it barely lasted, but yeah, overall that's kind of it. I don't really have a whole lot to say about these either. Now here was a fun find. I got Bachman Cranky. So I'm gonna move over into the last section of the video and talk about my Bachman stuff really quickly. And overall, Cranky, I gotta say, is a very, very nice model. Only thing I'm not really a fan of is the face, but I mean, it's okay for Bachman standards. But yeah, we do have Cranky here, so there's a look at his head, and I'll spin it around. So what you can do is this knob changes his crane boom. Zoom out a little bit so you can see better. But we can do that. And then the other side will actually move his hook. So that can go all the way down, as you can see there. So it's got quite a bit of length, and I'm not going to do the whole thing. But yeah, his hook does actually work. It's an actual hook, and it actually feels like it's made of metal. Like this is like coal of the Dutch. I'm pretty sure that's metal, so that's nice. It won't break as easy. And of course, let me bring this back up real quick. That is the wrong way. But yeah, as you can see, it does work very well. So this reminds me a lot of the wooden railway one because of the 2 knobs on the side and just how it works. And I'll move him back so you can see the rest of him. He does come off of his base if you just want to leave him like that. He will stand. He's pretty stable, although I think he'd be a lot less stable if you actually give him cargo. So I think the base is also a nice intrusion. So yeah, Cranky himself, pretty cool. You're going to be very good set dressing for my HO layout, which I have a massive update for coming very soon, probably in the next week or 2. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be one of my next videos. But yeah, Cranky is pretty sweet, all things considered. At the same hobby shop I got Cranky, I also got 2 more vans. So vans are really nice. I only had a couple before, so now this is going to be a lot better for making cool goods trains. First off, we have the Explosives van. I'm pretty sure this was a 2023 release, or maybe 2022. All I know is that it's pretty new. So yeah, I like the gray color a lot. That's the reason I got it, mainly because of that. There is another gray van. But we also have the little dynamite, or like explosives logo there. And I like the X across the door as well. That's pretty cool. So this is like for fireworks, explosives, that kind of thing. It was seen like in season 8 and I think season 11 maybe, for like fireworks displays and stuff like that. Overall, a pretty obscure piece of rolling stock, but a really nice one as well. Like I said, I like the color. The red accents really help this pop, and I cannot wait to use this in some goods trains. And we also have what I believe was like a very late 2023, maybe early 2024 release. This is the Brendan Bay shipping van, and I gotta say, really like this a lot. I don't have any blue rolling stock yet, so this is gonna be a lot better for new consists that I can make that are more colorful. I love the color blue here. It's very dark. It's almost like a navy blue. And I also like the logo here on the side. I like it when things aren't as plain and they actually have some things you can see that are actually nicer to look at. So again, I wanted this one. There is another blue van, and it's basically the same thing except a lighter blue color, very, very slightly lighter blue, and no logo. And I was very close to buying that last year, but I didn't because this had just been revealed, and I wanted to wait to get this one when it released. just because I like that it has a logo. And also, I think the darker blue just looks a little bit nicer. So yeah, there's the Red and Bay van, Explosives van. These are both really nice. And the final thing that I would like to show off are, once again, more Bachman, but also the Bachman red branch line coaches. These things are beautiful, and I cannot believe it took me this long to get them, but here we are. So, I want to send a massive shout out to Reneus Productions, another great friend of mine, for selling me these. He's liquidating a lot of his Bachman stuff right now, and I actually got Donald, Duck, Douglas, and Assault Van from him last year. And now, here we go. Knocked over the camera there because it's still very tall. But we got the red branch line coaches here. These are wonderful models. I love them. They're gonna go so well with so many characters. Can't wait to have like Duck and Oliver pulling these around the layout. Just very nice. So here's a better look at the normal one. As you can see, I love the inserts for the windows too. Very nice touch. The red and black especially is a great color combo. And here is the other one with the guards compartment. And there's a look at the back and the front. So yeah, love that this has windows on the back as well. Very nice touch. But yeah, there we have the red branch coaches. And with that said and done, that is everything that I got on my Strasburg 2024 trip. So I want to thank you all for watching. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but if you stuck around to the end, really appreciate it. And that's all I got to say. So thank you all once again. Max Monty 1516 signing out.